morning. It's Monday, July 11th, 2022, and I just ordered Cracker Barrel at the Grandma's Sampler. So I want to say there might be sausage and bacon in here, and scrambled eggs, and grits, and pancakes, and butter, and I ordered a coffee also. They don't give you a choice of sizes, but hey, whatever. So they gave me some butter. I didn't realize they were going to give me this really nice glass bottle of syrup. I can guarantee you I'm not going to use all this. And they gave me a bunch of creamer for the coffee. And I think these are like sugar in the raw packets or something. So, yay. It's 11 a.m. I've had a leisurely day so far. It's my last day in Memphis. I woke up around 8:30 and showered and ordered some Cracker Barrel for breakfast. And I really wanted to do a lot of stuff today. Like I wanted to go to IKEA and possibly a bookstore and a music store and you know, a few thrift shops. I think I originally had like maybe 5 thrift shops or so on the list, and also to go to a grocery store to get some more stuff. I don't have the energy to do all that stuff today. We'll see if I get to a couple of places at least. My plan is to go to City Thrift, because that's a thrift store that we don't have where I'm from. So I'm gonna head to City Thrift. I'm kind of hoping it's gonna be a pretty big store. So then that way I won't feel like I have to go to another thrift store after that. This is today's outfit. I'm wearing a thrifted t-shirt that says "Come to the dark side, we have cookies," and jeans and sneakers, and I'll probably bring my little denim purse that I was carrying with me yesterday at the drive-in. I found a few cool things at City Thrift, and now I'm gonna head to Kroger and see if I can find some donuts and some alcohol. It's 3:49 p.m. I just got back from a little bit of shopping. I didn't do as much as I was hoping. But anyway, let me fill y'all in on everything that happened yesterday. While I drink my Starbucks, I got a venti iced brown sugar latte. What is it called? A brown sugar oat milk latte or something? I should know. I have a ton of that stuff at home from Trader Joe's. And of course, I got the turkey bacon sandwich. But yeah, this is lunch for me. So I left here around 6 yesterday with Kevin and Trevor, and they were going to pick up their friends Mike and Joe, who had won the Hubby Award in the World Drive-In Festival, and they were having their short film shown last night. So we went downtown to pick them up. I'm not exactly sure which hotel they were at. And like I said, I was a bit concerned about the fact that I was riding with, you know, several guys who were, you know, especially since they were planning on drinking. But honestly, you know, the guys were really nice. They all had, I would say, you know, they had a good balance of drinks. It wasn't like it was an entire ice chest full of alcohol. They did have some alcohol, but they also had water and Gatorade and colas. So it was a good mix of stuff. So we went to the drive-in, and they wanted to get into the VIP photo op line to take a photo with Joe Bob and Diana in front of the car that Joe Bob drives in the promos for season 4 of The Last Drive-In. So originally, like I told y'all, I wasn't planning on getting into any like photo op or meet and greet lines or anything like that, because I just wanted to make this whole experience a little easier on Joe Bob and Diana, and, you know, give them a little bit of a break as far as, you know, having less people to meet with. And so, but I got in the line anyway, because they were all, you know, they all wanted to do it. So I was like, all right, I'll go ahead and do it too. So I got up to the front and took a picture, and I think those are going to be posted somewhere online. And then we all just kind of hung out at the concession stand for a while. And you know, I'm always the one offering to like buy people's concessions in exchange for the fact that they give me a ride to and from or whatever. But anyway, all the guides that I've ridden with this weekend have been really nice, and they've paid for my stuff, which they don't have to do. So we hung out at the concession stand for quite a while, and you'll probably remember that my experience ordering from Rota Robin didn't go well yesterday. So, so I ended up getting a burger and fries at the drive-in, and both were really good. And then I think it was like a metal band that was playing last night, and I don't remember if John Brennan sang any songs or not, but I know there was definitely a metal band. So the drive-in showed Hogzilla last night, and so they had John Brennan and Diana and Jonah Ray riffing during the movie, and the audience came up and participated as well, so that was fun. And so they got like free shirts and beer and whatever else. So we watched Hogzilla, and then Joe Bob got on stage and handed out the Hubby Awards for all of the feature and short film winners. And then, just went immediately into showing the short films and the feature films. And Trevor wanted to go back to the concession stand area to do like the VIP meet and greet with Joe Bob and Diana. So he asked me if I wanted to go back there, and I said, yeah, that's fine, I'm not gonna get into the meet and greet line, because, the fact that Joe Bob remembered my name yesterday, like, that's good enough for me. Like, I've already talked to him a little bit. So, I didn't get into the line. I just kind of hung around and, was just kind of happy to be near the food and near the restrooms at the same time in case I needed anything. And then Kevin came back there and was talking to a friend of his. So, I don't know, I guess we just kind of hung out for maybe like a half an hour or so. And we were just waiting for when Mike and Joe's short film was on, and then after that we left. So we got Mike and Joe back to their hotel. I guess it was around like 1 o'clock in the morning-ish. And we were having a completely, normal time, just like talking about how much fun the Jamboree was, and talking about how tired Joe Bob seems, but the fact that he keeps going. He makes every minute count, and he makes a point to try to meet everybody, and it's just amazing the amount of energy and everything that he and Diana put into this. So we were having just a normal drive, and we got back to Mike and Joe's hotel, and there was a guy standing out there. I'll just say he was a panhandler. I don't know if he was if he was looking for drug money or what exactly it was. But anyway, so Mike and Joe and Trevor and Kevin got out of the car, and they went to the trunk to get some stuff out. And so this guy walks up to them, and he starts talking to them, giving them his sob story about how he needs money and all this kind of stuff. Meanwhile, I'm sitting in the front seat. Kevin had left the car on, he had closed the front door, but Trevor had been sitting behind me in the passenger side, the back seat, and he had left his door open. So, I could kind of turn and look out and see what was going on a little bit back there. So this guy was giving them his sob story, and at one point he referenced me, I guess, as like a girlfriend or a wife or something. So they were just kind of calmly standing around by the back talking to this guy. And at one point, like, I kind of looked over to my right toward the back of the car. And I could see Trevor just kind of standing there really still. And at first I didn't think anything of it, and then like this whole interaction with all of them just kind of went on for what seemed like 10 minutes. And at first I didn't think anything of the fact that he was just standing there really still. And then I thought, well, what if this panhandler has like a knife or a gun out, and he's calmly talking to them, but he's like, And to be honest with you, I did feel sort of safe in the car, but yet at the same time, I was just thinking to myself, okay, like, what do I do in this situation? I knew I definitely didn't want to get out, because then I felt like, I would have felt unsafe for one thing. And you just never know what would have happened. I was concerned that maybe if I got out, the guy might take me hostage, or, what also ran through my mind was the fact that all the guys were just standing around the car, and, maybe they shouldn't be. Like, maybe they should have locked me in the car, for instance, by myself, and then, tried to, like, calmly talk to the guy and lead him over to the hotel where there would have been people around to see what was going on. The fact that they were standing around the car just kind of made me think of all kinds of situations, like, what if the guy decides to hijack the car with me in it? Or what if Kevin and Trevor get in the car and then the guy gets in with them and, like, he holds all of us hostage and gets us to drive him somewhere. And then I also found out after the fact that there was a Cadillac, I think Kevin said it was, that had kind of pulled to a stop, and he thought that that car might have been watching what was going on between all the guys. So that was another possibility I thought of, like, what if the guys get in the car and then this other car decides to, like, chase them or something? I had my purse on the floor, so I made sure not to touch my purse and not to lift up my phone to look at it, because, obviously I didn't want the guy thinking that I had anything of value. So at some point, Trevor and Kevin politely extracted themselves from the situation, and they told the guy, all right, man, it's been great talking to you, but we got to get this lady home. So we got in the car and we left, and luckily the Cadillac didn't follow us or anything like that. But, it was just a really scary situation. Like, I was sitting there, praying. Like, part of me just kind of defaulted to thinking everything's going to be okay. And then the other part of me was like, oh my gosh, please help us get out of this situation safely. So yeah, that's why I was kind of shaken up, and I didn't really feel like talking about it when I got home. On a more positive note, today I ran some errands. I left here around, I want to say maybe 12:30. It felt like I was sitting in the lobby for about a half an hour just waiting for Lyft. Like, it kept changing my ride on me like 3 different times. So I went to City Thrift, a pretty big thrift store. They had a huge selection. They had a lot of funny t-shirts with, like, funny sayings on them and stuff. But for the most part, I'd say a lot of their inventory was pretty basic. The thing that I found odd is that all of their grocery carts had a long pole on it with an American flag at the end of it. So, like, whenever I was going to where the handles are of the cart, it's like I had to duck down to try not to hit my head on this long pole. And then after that, I went to Kroger. I had looked up online to try to find a grocery store that was gonna have, the hard Mountain Dew and the Entenmann's donuts. And when I got there, I even had a lady help me look for the hard Mountain Dew. And she looked on the app or whatever, and she was like, oh yeah, we should have it. And, she spent a lot of time with me looking and didn't see it. But she did know that they had Entenmann's donuts, and so I went up to the front. They did not have the plain cake donuts, but I'll show y'all what I got. Day is flying by fast. It's 6:57, and look what arrived for dinner. I decided to give Red Robin a second chance, and I got, I want to say it's the Impossible Cheeseburger. Decided to try something meatless today. So I got that with some fries and a purple lemonade. I feel like the lemonade has a hint of grape flavor to it. By the way, a couple of times in these vlogs, I've accidentally been calling Kevin's brother the wrong name. His name is Trevor. For whatever reason, I also have the name Victor in my mind. So, yeah, same person, wrong name. But anyway, let me go ahead and wrap this up, because this is going to be the last vlog that I do for this travel series. I'll show you what I got from City Thrift. And there wasn't any specific, like, bag that said City Thrift on it that they gave me. It was just a generic bag that said thank you. So the first thing I have here is a black t-shirt with a neon heart. And in the middle of the neon heart, it says no photography. I thought that would be really nice for, like, a no makeup day. And then this other one, and by the way, I haven't tried either one of these on yet, But this other one is a pink shirt with a photo of Peeps, which is a candy that comes out at Easter time, like, you know, marshmallows, but they're shaped like little chicks, little baby chicks. And so it's a pink t-shirt, and in the middle of it there's a photo of multicolored chicks, and it it says hanging with my peeps. So I thought those were both really fun shirts to come back with. And then, of course, I got myself some Entenmann's donuts because we don't have those where I'm from. We have beignets. You know, Louisiana's known for having beignets, which are donuts with powdered sugar on them. I am planning on throwing this bag away before I leave, but I wanted to show it off real quick anyway. It's a grocery bag from Kroger. Has their logo on it. And I'm gonna be bringing a bunch of donuts home in my suitcase. So the first thing we have here are Entenmann's mini apple snack pies. Next we have Entenmann's pound cake minis. Third, we have Entenmann's glazed Pop'ems, which, you know, to me they kind of remind me of like Dunkin' Donuts donut holes. And the last one we have here our Entenmann's variety pack of donuts. Overall, I think the trip was a success. I do feel kind of bad that I didn't go to IKEA, but from what people have been telling me, it seems like it's a several hour type of experience because it can be easy to get lost inside of there. So I was like, you know what? I'm not ready for that on this trip. It's been an awesome trip and everybody's tired. As far as the drive-in venue goes, it would have been nice if it had been a venue with a more centrally located concession stand and restrooms. The concession stand and restrooms were all the way across on the other side of the parking lot from where the main stage was, and the ground was uneven. You know, it just wasn't great for people like me who can't see very well and people who use mobility aids, you know, that kind of thing. There was a guy at the drive-in who kept driving around in a golf cart telling people he had ice cold beer. And honestly, I kind of thought about getting the golf cart guy's attention and being like, hey, I'll tip you $5 if you can drive me to and from the concession stand. But overall, I thought it was a really awesome experience to be able to hang out with everybody and meet people that I've been interacting with online. And I would totally do it again. So I'm gonna end the vlog here. Tomorrow I'm checking out around, I guess, 10:30-ish. Supposed to be home hopefully around 4:30. So it's been awesome. I'll talk to y'all later.